Once upon a time, a little girl became very sick and lost all her memories. She was empty as the day she was born. But in that dark emptiness, the voice of God spoke, "Walk, talk, heal." And by grace through faith, she did. Soon, the girl was even fuller and more alive than before her forgetting. But the voice of God continued to speak to her, and soon he commanded, "Heal others as I have healed you. Teach them the power of faith, that it may connect them to me and my power." My name is Robin Renee Wilson, and that little girl was me. For the last 35 years, through my relationship with God, I have participated in many miracles of healing, prophecy, and deliverance. None of these should be possible, but that is God's way. You can accomplish anything, heal the deepest wounds, and create doors where there were only walls, if you simply trust in faith over facts. Welcome back to Faith Over Facts. I'm your host, Robin Renee. And today, again, we have here Miss Kristal Green.
Hi.
I hope you had a great week experiencing your reality and accepting your reality. So we kind of wanted to come back and just kind of talk to you about some things about our reality of this Let Me Love Me challenge. And so, Kristal, how has your journey been?
Well, my reality has been a lot of ups and downs, and to be honest, sometimes not in tune with myself, right? Mm-hmm. So part of my challenge is to just to stay disciplined with it, right? Mm-hmm. And not get lost in the busyness of my day-to-day. Mm-hmm. To where I just don't think about it. I just don't think about myself, right? Yes. And I'm just doing all these other things I need to do and slipping right back into the bad habits. So I've been trying to do what we said last time, is just figure out some small steps I can take and that I can incorporate into my daily life that doesn't take like a lot of thought.
Yes.
So like one of those things is, I don't know if you guys remember last time I mentioned I had bought this really, really pretty cup. Yes. It's like green, it's blingy, it's my favorite color, and it's been helping me drink more water. Mm-hmm. And so that's just like one silly step that I did that I felt like was an investment in me. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really cute with my cup. So I've been drinking more water. So that's one good thing. I've been really watching my portion sizes. Mm-hmm. So even when I do go and like eat out or get something, like if I want a taco, I don't get two, I get one. I love it. So I've been really trying to watch my portion sizes more. I'm really just trying to be aware of how my body's feeling. Mm-hmm. So one thing I promised myself is that, because I've been really noticing that I don't want to take regular Western medicine like every day forever.
Yes.
It has side effects. I just don't want to put that in my body every day forever.
Yes.
And so I've been trying to find more natural ways of healing myself from the inside out. So if I have pains, aches and pains, inflammation, I want to find some natural things like turmeric, right? I went to the herbal store. So I've just been doing some small steps to invest in me and say, let me put myself first. Let me live a healthier life.
I love it.
And that's just where I've been. I'm not perfect. And this journey has not been necessarily easy to stay focused. But that's just kind of where I am.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
I'm trying to. Yeah. You know, life, I think for all of us, and I know you've shared a little bit about how things have been hard for you for the last few weeks. But life has just been so busy with, I have a cousin in the hospital. She's young. She's going through a lot. I have another cousin in the hospital out of state. Just so many things, you know, that have just been coming my way that I have to kind of cope with.
Yes.
Work and stress and politics and just the ugly side of things that I've been really having to cope with. And I've had to remind myself to do some things we've done in here before together, which is the breathing.
Yes.
And just say, okay, like even sometimes during my lunch, I go sit in my car and I breathe. Right. And I'm just trying to figure out, okay, okay, how am I feeling right now? How am I going to deal with this situation? Rather than, I need a piece of chocolate, and just trying to like work through it with the chocolate as if that's going to do anything. But I need to regulate myself and try and get back in it. So that's what I've been trying to do, is just bring myself back and cope with stress.
Yes, I love what you shared about the breathing. God has been adding. I was crying out to Him because, as for me, like as I shared the last one, I really didn't say exactly what it was, but a lot of my family members, a couple of people were just been sick, and then one of my good friends, she's like my family. She's been in my life for over 30 years. Just found out that she has cancer, and a good friend of mine who I grew up with at my home church just passed away. She was only in her 40s. I just loved her. She was just so amazing. And so it's been, this week was a really heavy week, and other things going on too. I don't need to get into all of the things, but like it was a lot. But I had to choose me first. I had to make sure I put my health first and myself first, and give myself grace where, I didn't really exercise as much as I would have liked, but I did do my stretches. I did eat right. I did. And I did focus on me and what God was ministering to me through the Holy Spirit. He was saying, good job. I see you. You're doing great. And it felt good, especially sometimes when you feel like you did not incorporate, I didn't work out. He was like, no, you will next week. And I was thankful because I felt like I needed just to focus on what I was focusing on, and I was able to master it. I made my first smoothie ever in life.
That's so good.
I was so proud of myself. Normally I go
you.
buy my smoothies. Whole Foods my knows me by name. But I said, let me go to Whole Foods and just get my own, get my my cherries, my blueberries, I get fresh bananas, and then I cut them up and I freeze them. And, make my own smoothies and I, different things and stuff. And it felt good. I did my smoothie, put my little cinnamon in there and stuff, and my, my little plant-based milk. And it turned out delicious.
That's good.
And it didn't take no time at all. And so I did that twice this week, and just trying to just make better decisions. The water journey, we shared the 3-day water journey of just water for 3 days, no food, was the best decision I have ever made in my life. It really reset me and recharged me, and it taught me discipline. It really taught me how to suffer and how to suffer through the hunger pains. And when I felt like life happened, I saw how I wanted to go to certain things, and I was like, no, I can't. I'm on a water fast, so it helped me. It helps me now make those better decisions to say no.
Exactly.
Because I had already fought through that, the struggle of no, I can't have that. The discipline and the knowing that you don't need it.
Right.
So I love that I did the water fast. I love that because I'm one. Roll out the bed, get ready, let's go. And so now to take the time out to prepare things at home, of course you do your meditation, and I'll do my stretches and stuff and my HIIT workaux, but just learning not just to roll out the bed, take a time to don't go to the Starbucks line or go. Then I had started going to Whole Foods because it was kind of like, okay, well, if I can't go to Starbucks, I'll go to Whole Foods. And I'm not saying I'm not going to do those things,
right?
But I like that I'm at home making it myself, because I have been praying about, I need to be a better steward with my money, or I'm going to be a better steward with your money. Yes. So I have been really focusing on trying to be, not only take care of my health, but take care of my pockets.
Yeah.
I want to, we say, Lord, we want wealth, but then we spend everything He gives us. So just learning how to be disciplined with my spending and taking that time to prepare it on my own sometimes. Still, I could still buy out my certain things, but it's sometimes some sacrifice and just do it at home with what you can do, right? So I feel like for me, just eating healthier, my salads and everything, and doing my smoothies and my juices, like my fresh pressed juices. I get them custom made, amazing. Your turmeric and your ginger and your beet juice with your ginger, and then you have the papaya seed, and then it's just amazing. Ginger shots or whatever, turmeric shots. It's amazing. I love it.
Yes.
And he just made me a celery the other day drink, fresh drink. But it's just amazing to just choose me and to choose what I'm putting in my body. It feels good. It makes you feel real good, and I see that it's encouraging other people around me to do better. And so I always was one to encourage others, and if I feed off of other people just having peace, it gives me like a certain peace of brings peace to me when I know that other people are happy. I think that's what makes the hairstylist in me. I just want people to feel beautiful inside and out. And people always say, when I come to you, I don't just feel good with my hair, but I might come down, but I know when I leave you, I'm going to be in charge. I'm being encouraged. I'm going to be inspired. I was like, that's what I love.
Yes.
I love for people to have an experience, to have an overall great experience and feel beautiful inside and out. That makes me happy. And so I'm excited and to see people come in and I need to get my juices. The juice man come in. I need to get my food. And they're changing right before my eyes. And it's like, wow. And I always wanted the I Am community. Now I'm seeing the community around me changing because I changed. I changed, and it makes a difference.
Yes,
it makes a difference. So that I Am community that God showed me that He wanted me to have, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it in the people changing. So I'm excited about it and learning to just how to prepare these things on our own, and different techniques, that we do, with our salmons and how we, air fryer is my best friend.
Yes, I love my air fryer.
It's the best thing they could ever.
It's so good, right?
Yes, it really is.
And it just makes food quick and crispy if you want it crispy and flavorful. It's wonderful.
Yes, and it's healthy. And so we're doing great. We're doing great. I feel like, just having goals set for ourselves, as far as my goals for me this week, is just to, incorporate my HIIT in there and walk.
Okay.
I don't know how many times I'm going to better walk this week, but I'm going to strive to just start at least one day. And if I add on, because I haven't been able to really get my walk in like I wanted to.
Okay.
It was a lot of different things going on. So I was able to do some other things, but not just I really want to kind of just make sure I get my 30-minute walk
in.
And incorporate my HIIT in, my high intensity workout, So I'm excited. What about you, Kristal? What's your goals for this week?
Well, I just listened to some information more about intermittent fasting. And so those words, I think for me, I've been a little bit like, oh, that's a fad, and I kind of stay away from all that, fad stuff. But I was listening to some other, podcasts about it and some Instagram pages. And so this one particular lady, the way she presented it made it sound a little bit more doable. And it didn't have to be such a big thing. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to really try to hold on to not eating until about 12 o'clock. Because then when I break my fast, I can do it with, fruits and vegetables, some protein, a little healthier things. And that makes sense for me in my schedule. And then she was just saying that in the mornings around 8 or 9, I can have liquids, just don't eat until 12. Okay. And so that's going to be kind of my goal. And then to stop eating by 8.
So basically you are the same. Well, yours is a little, I have incorporated in my plan, my meal plan. And so I eat from 8 to 6.
Okay.
And then after 8 in the morning to 6. And but I do not try not to eat after. Now this week, since Thanksgiving, I kind of
that was a holiday.
But this week I did a little better. But
Okay.
I did snack a couple times on, it's like healthy snacks or whatever. But I've been trying to not do it. This is my week where I'm going back to from 8 to 6, or from 9 to 7. You know what I mean? And,
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that is my goal. And one of the things that is so important is drink your dinner. You know, drink your dinner. Either let it be a soup or it could be a smoothie or something like that. It's better to drink. Have your big meals
For lunch.
or breakfast. That's for for me. But for you, it makes sense to drink. But I mean, get you a smoothie.
Yeah.
Drink your smoothies.
So this is
or
why
fresh juice.
Yeah, this is why I because when I was looking at intermittent fasting for weight loss purposes only, I was not that interested, to be honest. I was like, I'm not going to do all of this, fad stuff just to lose weight. The reason that tuned in for me is that she was explaining how your sugar levels, the purpose of when you go to sleep, your body has time to reset.
Yes,
right?
that's it.
And your sugar levels, drop and get to a healthy place. And then when you wake up in the morning, if you start eating, and a lot of us, and I'm guilty of this because I'm a grazer. I'll eat all day, kind of like pig. And so when you eat, then you start at 8, and then you wake up right away and you eat. You spike your sugar levels, right? And then you continue to eat throughout the day, but your body never has time to reset. And your sugar levels never have time to come back down, and you never have time to reset until you go to bed at night. And then your body has time to reset. I am not a diabetic. At least every time they check, I'm not. But I do notice my body's reaction to sugar. Do you know what I mean? If I eat too much sugar, I will get a headache. It does blur my vision a little bit. So that scares me because I don't know if I'm pre-diabetic. But regardless of all those labels, I notice my body's reaction to sugar. And so when she explained it like that, I was like, oh, I want to see if I can give it some time to regulate my sugar naturally, give my body time throughout the day to reset so it burns fat, right?
Yes.
And then see if I feel more energetic and feel better.
You're gonna feel amazing because everything you said that you're doing, I do.
Yeah.
So I have been doing that. So I've been doing the smoothies in the morning or juice in the morning. Sometimes I did this week, but I change up, and I'm finding it's very important where I've been taught that it's really good for you not to have the same thing.
Yeah.
So like if you have like yogurt. I try to stay away from yogurt. I do yogurt sometimes because sometimes that yogurt with that granola, my goodness. But if you have oatmeal, then you don't want to have oatmeal the next day. You want to have some maybe avocado toast or or smoothie or you know what I mean. It's just substitute, or like I do the egg whites sometimes. I like egg whites. I like the egg whites. So just kind of incorporate. But one of the things you always should have. In every single one of your meals, even your juices, is protein.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So, like, the protein is number one. In every meal, you should have some form of protein. And so, now, for dinner, like, if you decide to drink you don't have to have protein. You could just have, like, a green, because some greens have protein in it, too. So, but every meal have that protein. So you're going to be set. And that's easy, to drink your breakfast and then have your have a really big lunch and then have a really light dinner. You're going to love it. I'm excited. I definitely see the difference.
Really?
Yes. I felt myself shrinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I was doing it the right way. Before Thanksgiving came, I was but I got back on track this week gradually the way but it was a great week.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, and I just, like we were talking about last week with accepting your reality, it doesn't really require you to beat yourself up and say, okay, I'm not going to eat any more carbs, no more sugar, no more bread, no more this, I think that's where we go wrong, that idea of, because then we feel punished. Do you know what I mean? We feel deprived. And so I'm just seeing this journey as an investment in me.
Yes.
Like, how do I invest in me this week? And then what investments can I continue that are sustainable, that are going to benefit me and serve me well and keep me going so I can do what God wants me to do in my life, so I can be a mother, so I can be a daughter and a sister and all of those things. So that's just how I'm looking at it. So I have not been on a scale, to be very honest with you. I have not weighed myself, but I can say this. I feel like I'm doing well. My mental health is well, and I think that's where it starts.
good.
So
So I haven't either, but I'm going to buy myself a scale. My daughters have a scale, but I need to buy my own scale. I did buy myself. I haven't used it yet, but I bought myself a blood pressure reader and a sugar reader so that I can check it. I haven't used it. I want to start checking my sugar and my blood pressure every day and get on the scale. But I just haven't started that part yet.
Yeah.
That's why it's daily.
It's
it's a daily process.
That's right.
And like you just be kind and gentle to myself. I know that's a goal of mine.
Yes.
Get into it. I'll get there. I bought it. That's the first step.
Yep.
It haven't came out the package yet, but
it will.
But it will.
It will.
And but it will. And so
And just can I say something about that, because it just triggered something in me. Part of this journey also is making sure your health is good. Going to the doctor.
Yes.
If you have some regular scheduled procedures you should do, your mammograms, your colonoscopies, your whatever it is.
Get it done.
Yeah. Or if you feel something going on in your body and you've been ignoring it, you need to make that doctor's appointment. Yes. So I just want to stress that I think sometimes as women we ignore.
Oh, yes.
And we just go. Sometimes in a cultural way, sometimes our culture ignores things. We don't take care of preventative things. So I just want to
tell my clients all the time. I tell my clients all the time, go to the doctor.
Yeah.
It's so important for us to get our checkups. It's so important to get our breast exam. And if you have density breast, then you need to make sure you get where you go under the what is it called, the
MRI? No,
yes, I think it is MRI. You need to get your MRI because they can't detect it if you have density breast tissue. So it's really good for you to. I have a couple of friends that are close to me who end up having breast cancer because they kept saying something's not right. And your mammogram looks great, but then it was like, no, it's not right. And we have an episode either with Serena. She, one of the episodes you can listen to her testimony where she shared about that. But she had that type of that her breast tissue, and it's not detected unless you get an MRI.
Exactly.
And so you might be that same person. And so I had clients. I said, you need to go to the doctor. You need to go to the doctor. Oh, Robin, I'm like, you need to go to the doctor at least once a year to get your physical. If you don't go twice, at least once a year, and to get your, like you said, your colonoscopy every 5 years. Well, it depends on for some.
It might
have to be 10 or some might have to be more, but sooner. But get that done. It's so important. The blood pressure, and one of the things that you might not know, drinking coffee spikes up your blood pressure. So it's just things we need to just really grasp and hold. Like, okay, now how can I make my life better? How can I feel better? What can I do? To be healthier
and to love me, right?
Yeah, love me. Yeah, because it's
Exactly.
so important, because loving yourself is everything. And I encourage my clients and friends, go to the doctor.
Exactly.
Go to the doctor. Get yourself checked out. It's so important, to do that. And I'm surprised a lot of them say, Rob, I don't want to go. I haven't been to the doctor in years. Like, you need to go.
You need to
It's
go.
so important,
It's a part of an investment to yourself.
We are expensive. I feel like I want to say this before
Yes.
we move to the next thing. My pastor, Torre, he always says, "Your yes is expensive," and you say, I like what you said. You said, I said, and I was thinking about your yes is expensive. Your yes to yourself is expensive.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Taking care of you, your self-care is expensive. Self-love is expensive. Yes, I'm gonna eat healthier. Yes, I'm gonna go to the doctor. Yes, I'm gonna go for that walk. Yes, I'm gonna make myself a priority. Your yes is expensive. It really is. But your no is also said. God taught me that, Robin, your no is necessary. So the no, because I would always say yes. I was a yes. So God had to teach me, Robin, your no is necessary. And Pastor Torre, he would say your yes is expensive, and I would say, and he said, and it's powering. He would say it's powering your no, and it is powering your no. But for me, my no was necessary, and it's power in that as well. It's making myself a priority, because by that no being necessary, because it was making myself a priority and setting boundaries.
Oh, that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh,
but
my
girl,
goodness.
it's so important to set boundaries, and just we just want you to invest in you, and just know that every investment you make is important, right?
So important,
and it's worth it, and it's all moving in the same direction towards your goals.
And by you doing it, you setting making strategies for yourself to try to figure out how you can accomplish these goals. And we just gave you you might grow tired. But I want Kristal, because this week was like I shared last week, was a really it was a lot. This week was better, but last week I found myself where I had to do the 4 square breathing technique.
Yes,
and I always did the breathing technique with, but I kind of like the 4 square better than the other technique I had. It was the 8, breathe 8. But it's the same. But if you do the 4 square, you really can understand how you get to the 8. Because a lot of times it's like the 8, yeah, but it's 8 is new beginning. But when you do the 4 square breathing, it really takes you, it really is 8. But I want you to we're going to do a demonstration on it. And to the people who are listening, she'll kind of talk it out, and then so that you can understand how it's done. And then for the ones who are actually viewing it and watching this, you can really see, you can watch me as we do it together.
Yes.
So we're going to do a quick before, that's going to be our I am breathing.
Oh, I love that. Can we just take a moment? So I'm going to invite you to breathe with us, because this is what is necessary.
And it's always good to
sometimes.
sit. You have to sit up, get our posture right.
Yeah, so just I invite you to breathe with us, and I do physically use my finger like I'm pointing, and we're going to draw a square, and we're going to breathe through the square. So I'm going to count to 4 as we draw up on the side, and then when we go across, I'm going to count to 4, down, count to 4, and then the bottom, we're going to finish the square counting to 4. So we're going to breathe in our nose. Are you ready? Okay, 1, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold it, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe out your mouth, 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it again with me. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out your mouth, and rest. One more time, guys. In, 1, hold it, breathe out your mouth, and rest.
Feels so good.
It feels so good. And if nothing else, it's a quiet moment.
Yes.
To reset and think and reflect and say, okay, what's going on with me? Lord, what do I need to do right now? When you are stressed, when you are tired, when you are spent, when you feel like you can't go on anymore, when you just need to just get closer to God and quiet the noise, literally,
yes.
I take my finger
Yes.
in my car and I breathe like that, because it forces me to take a moment.
Yes. And I really want us to, when we breathe, I'm going to show you, breathe. Actually, you need to hear yourself breathing. So like she said, you want to breathe in. So you take, you go up, you breathe in. Hold it, breathe out. Well, no, I did it wrong.
That's okay. It's
but
okay.
I did it wrong because.
But your point. But
my point is,
made.
I was trying to express it, but I was expressing it at the same time. But I'm just not going to do it because it's trying to do it both and it's messing me up. But breathe in. You want to hear it. That was my whole point. Is I wanted to get you to hear it.
And the idea is, when you breathe in, act like you are, if you can envision yourself going down, breathing in the breath that's going to go deep into your body to get out the junk. Grab it, and when you breathe out, you're going to expel all of that stress.
All that toxic, all of the stuff that's just anxiety and frustration and just whatever it is, you're releasing that out.
Exactly.
And what is breath? Breath is the ruach, which is the breath of God, which is the spirit of God, which is the wind of God. So we're actually breathing in the breath of God. So when we breathe in, because he said that he breathed his breath into us. So we breathing in the ruach. And I have a stretch, which we can't do now, but I actually breathe in the ruach. I normally kind of bend back, ru, and then ak, and then I kind of go ak. So I go ru, breathe in, ak, And it feels good. It's a good release because that's like what Kristal said. You're releasing the toxin. So I'm breathing in the breath of God, the Ruach. Hold it. All the toxins. Because once he's in, everything else that doesn't belong, that's not pure, holy, just, peace, can't. If it's not peace, it's got to go, right? So you're breathing in the Ruach, which is the breath of God, which is peace and hope and love and faith and all these things, right? And you breathing out the toxic damage, the
right.
fear and the anxiety and all the things that we don't need. So this, oh God, thank you, Holy Spirit, for that. So I just be encouraged. Kristal, thank you for that.
Thank you.
And I'm telling you, it's such a blessing to breathe. So I am breathing. I am breathing the Ruach. I hope I'm saying it right. But if I'm not, just know that means the breath and the wind and the spirits, capital S, of God. Each one is capital.
Amen.
The breath, capital B, the wind, capital W, and the spirit, capital S, of God. That's what you breathe in, the Ruach of God. Amen.
Amen.
God bless you. I am breathing. Kristal is breathing.
breathing.
We feel good. We feel
Yes.
in charge. We feel empowered. So just know that if this episode just blessed you in any way, please feel free to leave a seed to the ministry. At the end of the episode, you will be able to see the ways that you can give. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We love you and thank you so much. Bye.
Have a good one.
Thank you for tuning in to Faith Over Facts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We have new episodes every Friday. If you would like to support the ministry by donating or purchasing Faith Over Facts merch, please do so by visiting my website, robinreneeministries.com. See you next time. Bye-bye.